Welcome, my name is Brittany Brennan. I am the creator of Birth Affirmations, Coloring Scripture and Meditations for the Mommy-to-Be. I'm going to tell you today how to get the most out of this book and use it to the fullest. So, how this book works. There are 30 pages in the book. Each page has a short devotional with a coloring page opposite it. And how you want to start each section is by reading the devotional. You can head to your own Bible and read the scripture reference there, or you can read it right from here. These are not super long. They're enough that your pregnant brain can handle. Just a couple paragraphs each. But the goal is to read this and then meditate on it while you are coloring the next page. So, coloring. What do I use? You can use your kids' crayons if you have some of those laying around. You can use some colored pencils from the dollar store or wherever. Those will work great. These pages are pretty thick. I think they're 100 pounds matte. So they hold up well to marker too. And if you want to take it a step above, like cheaper Crayola stuff, one thing you can use is Copic Markers. Hobby Lobby also has a brand name of these that go on sale every once in a while, if that's something you want to try out. I have a pack of like, I don't know, 30, 50 of these, something. You can buy them individually too if you just know there's set colors you want. But what's really cool about these markers is they have two tips. So they have a fine tip here that is more pointed. You can use for little areas. And in these books, there are some really little details. Other ones are less detailed. But having something little to get into those areas. The other end of these markers has a brush end, which is a little more flexible and can be used for coloring bigger areas. So that's an option. You can always get really nice colored pencils, some high quality ones. I have some here that are actually watercolor. And again, no brand specific, this just happens to be what I have. But these colors are really nice and rich in this pack. Now, colored pencils are meant to be colored and then added water to pull it out. This paper is not necessarily super absorbent, and it does have a little bit of a coating, so it might not absorb water well. So something to just keep in mind. You could also use pastels. Honestly, whatever you have too is cool. I have had people send me pictures where they use their Sharpies. One of my friends had dry erase markers and they worked just fine. So it doesn't have to be anything fancy. And this is not for the most artistic people. This is not for people that have never colored before. It's for both of those and everyone in between. So if you are already an artist and you're gonna break out everything you have and put everything into these pages, great. And if you have not colored since elementary school and the thought of coloring a page is kind of daunting, so what? Like, who's gonna see it? You? Or maybe lots of people. So you can leave the book intact after you color all the pages. It doesn't have to be cut out or split up. But I put a line here for you to cut if you would like to cut them out. You can cut them out and use Plasti-Tack or tape or whatever to hang them up in your home to look at in your upcoming birth, especially if that's where you're having your baby, or if you're having a hospital birth and you have a nice birthing suite, you could always take some of these and hang them up in the room to look at and read while you're having your birth. I think it's a great idea to put them in your home beforehand because you can look at them and remember them. And this page specifically was one I did that with the birth of my second daughter. She was 42 weeks, which is considered late, but it's not. She was born exactly when she was supposed to be born. But I was having a hard time focusing on that and not getting upset by the fact that I had expected to have a baby already. So I colored this page myself. I hung it in the hallway right by my bedroom. So every time I walked in or out of my bedroom, I got to look at this page and, oh yeah, trust in the Lord. Oh yeah, trust in him with all my heart. Okay, yeah, I need to trust him, but beyond my understanding, I don't understand what's going on. He does. And that's something that really helped me stay in a good spiritual and emotional place towards the end of my pregnancy. So cut them out, hang them up. They are really nice, heavy duty, like I said, so you can even frame these. If you spend a lot of time and make them super, super beautiful, frame them, and you can just like, this isn't a weird birth thing that is only for a moment in time. You can hang these up and have them in your kids' room forever. That this could be a prayer that you're always praying over your kids, or somewhere in your house where you're seeing all the time. So there's tons of options with these. However you choose to do it, I know they will be beautiful. And if you do color any of these pages, please send them to me. I love seeing everybody's creativity in how they choose their colors or what they choose to color, how they lay it out. So be blessed in all you do. I speak a blessing over you and your baby in this upcoming pregnancy. And I know it is going to be fantastic.